What's up, everybody? Let's see if my audio is good. How we doing? Everybody, appreciate you guys coming out. Let me check with Ivy, make sure the audio is good.
MidJourney's not responding online, so.
Okay, so MidJourney is down. All right, we'll have to improvise. I mean, I guess I could pull up Dolly or something. I just hate Dolly. I don't like Dolly as much. I haven't got into the weeds of it.
I haven't really tried it.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, it has a better interface, which that's not hard. Let's see. Music, I gotta turn down. That makes sense. My music's always a little loud. Find wherever the hell that window is. It's always a fun game trying to figure out what window the music's coming from. It's like my brain.
I try and minimize as many as possible.
You have 4 monitors and a handful of tabs in every window.
Yeah.
It's problematic, to say the least.
Remember which computer you found something on and try and find it again.
Yeah, totally. That's exactly how that works. All right, well, I want to go ahead and roll into it. All right, well, everyone, thank you guys for... Ramon's quiet. So, okay, let me see. Let me turn Ramon up real fast. I'll turn you up, Ramon. Let's see. Can you talk for me a little bit?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Sorry.
Testing. How's it working? Sounding
All right. Yeah, I think it's coming through good. With better levels now. All right, cool. Let's do that. That should be good. All right. Let's see. Oh, your audio is not coming through my headphones.
Oh, it's not.
I mean, that's all right. There's always something here, you know? I joke every week, but there we go. Now you're in my headphones. Perfect.
Cool.
All right, cool. All right. Well, welcome everyone back to the For the Love of Creativity show. This week we have Ramon Govia with Myth Division. Ramon and I have been friends for a couple of months now, I think. Give or take. We got introduced a while back around our equal love of creativity and NFTs, so I felt like it'd be a natural choice to have him on the show. So thanks for coming out, Ramon. You want to tell people about yourself?
Yeah, thanks for having me, Carl. Sure. Well, basically, I'm a content creator, I guess you could say. I started off back in 2010, kind of creating short-form videos for some of the multi-channel networks when they first came out. Places like Machinima, Stanley's, World of Heroes. And from there, basically went on to work in the video game industry for a short time, working on The Walking Dead Road to Survival. I was learning Kickstarter and crowdfunding because there were these stories that I really wanted to tell on my own. And that seemed to be the best way to get my work produced. And so basically kind of learned how to, create a story and develop an audience and continue telling that story for the audience. And so digital marketing kind of became what it was called. It was, kind of developing content and being able to just share it with people who enjoyed it enough that they wanted to share it. And so I got pretty good at kind of doing that, and ended up going to work for an NBA player who is a 2-time NBA All-Star, just an awesome dude. His name is Baron Davis. And so I was helping him with his media department, basically from ideation all the way through to kind of navigating distribution and animation, production, books, like just various things, including merchandise and apparel and manufacturing. So I kind of cut my teeth on brand building as a whole over the years, and just kind of what it takes to really have like a strong relationship directly with your audience, and not necessarily. I kind of had an experience of both sides of working for a big company that kind of is, they have their IP and it's very one-dimensional. Maybe people play games or something to interact with. For the most part, it's like a big movie or a big, TV show or something like that. So kind of just applying both sides of the equation and got me into NFTs. And that seems to be kind of the missing piece of technology that allows these stories to be told across multiple platforms. And just managed to build a really great community of people that love the stories, and they're actually able now to participate and get royalties and all kinds of crazy stuff. So it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it really is. So that's, I've jumped in to see some of your stuff and just got really excited, just about all the things that you guys have going on.
Thanks,
We were just talking about the waifu warriors, which is like that's your PFP collection, right, for Myth Division.
Yeah, that was our first one, and so that was something that was born out of just kind of like there were no PFPs specifically for women at the time. And I had talked to just a couple of women that were close to me, and they were like, "Hey, why? The apes are cool or whatever," but they didn't want to rock a bored ape because it was very kind of like, I guess you could arguably say it was a masculine PFP, right? They're all kind of dudes who are bored. So it was our idea. It was just, we wanted to do something where we knew we could tell stories in the sort of manga anime space. That's something that like we really enjoyed. And so since we are collectors ourselves and love to tell stories, for ourselves pretty much, that was something that just came naturally to us. And so that was our first PFP project. And so we've got companions and weapons. We've dropped potions already, and so much more coming that I'm excited.
So what those all tie into like an actual game that you guys are developing, right?
Yep, exactly. So it's not just a game. There's comic books that are coming out as well. Those are actually in production right now. We've got an anthology that tells a bunch of the stories, and we've been creating other art that stands alone as we look at NFTs more as digital collectibles. I mean, that's sort of been the evolution of the term.
Right.
NFTs is so taboo right now, and it does it degrades really ultimately like what we're talking about here anyway. That just simplifies it in such a way that like just kind of cheapens it. And so yeah, it's like we look at this as like an opportunity to create digital collectibles that if you really are into a story and you're into world building and engaging in that world through games, through comics, through animation, then we're basically doing that. We're producing that content around our PFP projects.
I love it, man. And that's why I'm so excited to be doing stuff with you guys. Because I was so jazzed just on the whole idea of NFTs, and I wanted to like utilize it to make comics. And I've been doing a lot of research and doing all that sort of stuff, and just figuring out how to be a world builder in this space. And it's like, and then we kind of collided, and now here we are. So hopefully we can we'll be having some fun with that. So we bought a bunch of things. I got connected to the Crazy Carl Collective because of you guys and your community.
Oh, nice. That's great.
And they kind of there's a lot of people that are in both spaces, right? So I ended up getting their tattooed Carl mint, or what are they called? Like they're just like tattoos,
the crypto tats. Yeah, the crypto tats.
There it is. Yeah, so we're working on a little story based off one of our crypto tats. It's gonna be
That's
cool.
great.
So we're gonna submit it to your MD thing. So.
Oh, awesome. That's great. Yeah, that's exactly what we're trying to do here, right? Is just encourage all individual holders to tell stories, and then we support those stories through shared canon. And that's really the idea, right? It's like the kind of the old idea of the Star Wars fan film, right? But if you were able to actually produce your fan film and then monetize that with the support of, Disney or Lucasfilm or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, the idea is brilliant. And I just think it's so important that people in the creative space and people that see this show and follow any of my content understand the community building, like rising, the rising tide raises all ships. Like that's such a part of this in the NFT space, and it's really amazing. I'm so excited to be just all of it. I've been doing so much with it for years. So anyhow, let's roll into the show. So first question, what compelled you to say yes to coming on the show?
No, I just think having conversations with you, over the last, however long we've been talking, in NFT time, it always feels like a lot longer, right? We joke that like 2 days in NFTs, is like 2 years in the real world. So it's kind of like, there are people that you come across, and I'm very big on genuine people, and just kind of understanding who's in the space for the right reasons and who is in it for the money or the cash grab or the quick opportunity. And just in the conversations I've had with you, you're obviously just a really passionate artist, and I'm always interested in connecting with people who are passionate about just creating, and not, it doesn't matter if we have a $10 million budget or, $5,000 or $500 budget, right? It's just about the love of the art and making stories. So it's always good to meet people who have that same sense of passion.
Yeah, man, I got that vibe from you too, and I love this shit, and it's never been about the money.
Yeah.
And hey, it's nice to make as much money as possible, and we absolutely do want to do that, but it isn't about the money, right? Like if it was about the money, it kind of undermines the whole thing, right? So,
yeah, you probably wouldn't be doing this as a career if it were just about the money, right? Because it takes, there's hits and misses, and it takes a long time as an artist to actually consistently have a sustainable career from it. A lot of times it's feast or famine for most of your career. So, if you don't have the passion for it, like, you tend to give up. It's not really for you.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's I've seen it happen.
Yeah, no, I think. But yeah, no. So that's what's really kind of driven me to even stick around during this bear market, right? Because everyone's like, "Oh, crypto's dead," or "NFTs are dead," and it's really not that. It's just that the people that were here for the day trading or the quick cash, like, they're no longer able to do that. It's just a different kind of market. So a lot of that activity is gone, and so a lot of those people are just not on social media because there's nothing to talk about, right? So it's builders right now that are working together. Some are collaborating, some are working behind the scenes. We've all got different things going on. While we're getting ready for whenever things move up again.
Yep, for sure, man. And I think it just thins the herd every time it gets to something like this happens. It bumps out all the people that aren't set up right, that weren't in there for the right reasons, and then it just gives more space for growth and the right people to be leading the conversations and the execution and the way that it's done. So I just want to pull something visual up for while we're chatting.
Oh yeah.
Before I get into this is my piece I finished last stream. I've been working on for a while. Finally got it up in the print store. Gonna NFT it soon. So I haven't NFT'd anything since June. So I don't know if that's an actual verb yet, but like
minted, I guess would be.
Minted is the word that I'm looking for. Excuse me, I got a little something in the throat. I feel like mass adoption, people don't know what minted means yet. So NFT.
No, we're super early, man.
Dude, we're so early. I keep thinking about that. I feel like I'm late, but I'm not. Anyways, all right. So, what types of things inspire you?
What types of things inspire me? I mean, honestly, other works of fiction, but also a lot of real life. I'm constantly looking for inspiration for stories, and I was a waiter and a bartender for a very long time, so I had a lot of experience with people and getting to know them and understand kind of how people work, and especially when they're hangry, grab a Snickers kind of level. Dealing with people like that, you really get to kind of understand how people work, and how to keep people happy, and how to make people really mad. So I took a lot of that and incorporate that into when I'm creating characters or writing stories. And so I draw a lot from real life, but also a lot of fiction that I've seen. So I grew up in the 80s and 90s, so a lot of those kind of big blockbuster films of that era inspired me to want to get into storytelling and filmmaking, and just kind of what's considered multi-platform storytelling now.
What was your favorite shows back then?
Oh man, so I guess I loved, in terms of like live action stuff, anything science fiction, fantasy was really up my alley.
Like Terminator, was that one of your?
Yeah, Terminator was great. I was definitely probably more of a Star Trek kid too, so I watched like Star Trek: The Next Generation and Quantum Leap, and a lot of crazy TV serialized shows that I could get my hands on that were like science fiction, fantasy.
Love that.
And I read a lot.
Quantum Leap was a season of Star Wars or Star Trek. Sorry.
No, Quantum Leap was like a Scott Bakula show back in the day about a guy who was like stuck time traveling, but he would get put in his spirit, basically, and personality would get put into random people's bodies throughout time, and he had to like solve some crazy mystery to make sure the timeline was intact. It was pretty pretty funny. Yeah,
I've
so I
never
don't
even
know.
heard of this.
Really? No, yeah, they're rebooting it right now. Actually, I think on like NBC, but they're making it just much more like serious and dramatic. I think there was a little bit of a tongue-in-cheek kind of way of storytelling in the '80s that doesn't really
Yeah.
work, or like the
I
early
mean,
'90s that doesn't work anymore.
look at his face here. Like he's definitely looking, like he's trying to be funny.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't call it necessarily funny. It was definitely like heartwarming, dramatic. Like, it was a show
Okay.
you could like watch with the whole family, and there was like more morality to it, kind of thing.
I love it.
So that was kind of content that I like grew up with was, science fiction, fantasy, like I said, stuff like that. I like Star Wars growing up. Marvel. I was a big comic book collector when I was a kid, so I started collecting comic books when I was about 8 years old, and so that definitely inspired and influenced like the way I tell stories now and why I even got into comics. So
Yeah, for sure. I think, it's one of those things we talk about, like Marvel and DC and a lot of these things just like really inspired so many of us for like a whole generation. And now like, they've taken them all like amazingly to, I mean, Disney bought it obviously and dumped an infinite amount of money into the, production value of what, they're making, which is amazing. We also talk about maybe that's not always the best for new ideas and that sort of thing, but I digress a bit.
They did pioneer, successful, multi-platform storytelling. Kevin Feige arguably like did it the best so far that I've seen. So I think it's interesting to watch how over the years certain brands get it and certain brands don't. So it's interesting.
Yeah. Check this out. I had it render Quantum Leap show poster.
Oh, nice. Yeah. That's hilarious. So
Dude, the V4 is actually really nice. Have you tried that out yet? Like, it's really getting like stupid good.
Yep. Yeah, I'm pretty much using that exclusively right now.
Oh yeah, me too.
In terms of the MidJourney.
And they gave us a couple little different aspect ratios now, which is cool. So
yeah.
All right. Cool. Let's see. Who are some of your favorite artists and why?
Man, there's quite a few, but I mean, I think in terms of what inspired me, it's definitely comic books and animation. People like Jim Lee and Joe Madureira and Todd McFarlane. I mean, they're legends now, but when I was a kid, like nobody knew who they were except me and a handful of kids that collected comics, right? So there's all those guys. But Bruce Timm, who did the Batman the Animated Series, and I think he did one of the Superman series. All of those, like even the '90s X-Men and Spider-Man shows, and I know some of the artists. I ended up getting to meet some of those artists like later in life when I got into comics, which is super cool. But
super cool.
Yeah, man, it's all that stuff kind of inspired me. I definitely was a comic book, Marvel, Batman, Spider-Man, X-Men kid. So that's and then a lot of '80s sort of action movies as well. Kind of defined the kind of content that I constantly consumed growing up, and that evolved into video games and first-person shooters and MMOs and RPGs and all that stuff. Dungeons and Dragons, like I got into all of that stuff, man.
I was huge into Magic the Gathering, and then I was really huge into EverQuest 1 for a while. Ran a couple guilds, had like raiding guilds, like seriously really into it. And then, we did a little bit of World of Warcraft, but I was kind of like, I didn't like it as much because it just wasn't as wasn't as difficult. And I think that they did that on purpose.
EverQuest was. I had a couple of friends that played. Actually, I knew one kid in college that literally did nothing else, and he like failed out of school because he was constantly on EverQuest. Man, like literally, couldn't believe it.
My biggest thing back then was the like 1991 through 96 Fleer Marvel cards. Dude, I still have all of them.
I love those things. Yeah,
oh my god, those are my favorite.
Yeah, they had the and I like the 92 I think to 96 Marvel masterpieces were awesome too. They had like the Joe Jusko collection. Yeah, I used to collect all those like Marvel cards, man. That's right up my alley. I used to collect that stuff. along with the
sure.
comics.
Dude, Todd McFarlane's style though was always just so amazing.
Yep, it was next level, man. It was next level because it
It
was so.
really is. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, it was just so detailed. And he had his own particular style. Um, yeah, man, he's like legendary now. It's awesome to see how he's really taking control of the brand and still putting out. I mean, dude, 300 Spawn issues. That's a feat, man. That's hard to do.
Yeah, I mean, just writing the content, let alone the artwork, but having a
Believe me,
decent
I know
story
it's hard
for
for me to
300
fucking keep up.
episodes.
I know. I feel like
Uh,
Joe Madureira over here. I'm like late on like some books take forever, but having like 5-6 books each of several of my titles is it feels good to have that kind of content. I mean, we haven't released a lot of it yet, so I want to make sure that we're like way ahead when we finally release it. But it's been man, it's so fun. It's just hard to keep up with the content, especially running a business. So that's what I've been focused on lately is like delegating so that I can get back to a lot of the hands-on creative stuff.
Yeah, I'm trying to find that balance still. I think it's something that we all struggle with. That
Yeah.
if we are actually entrepreneurs and creatives, right? Like a lot of people just really love making and running a business, and I do. But I had to start this thing so that I could get more and more into actually, doing some art and creating things.
Yes.
And then with MidJourney, kind of allows me to super fast forward things, which is pretty cool. So
Sure does. Yeah.
yeah, for sure, man. So let's see. What so if you had to pick one of those artists that was like your favorite, who would that be? Or a style that's your favorite?
Probably Joe Madureira, man. I mean, he was like hands down my favorite growing up ever since.
Joe who?
Joe Mad. If you look up Joe MAD, you'll find him. But his style of like the '90s, he really started to shine. I think when the X-Men did their Age of Apocalypse crossover, he had done some X-Men stuff before, but yeah, his style, man, is like cream of the crop for me because it has this like really unique East meets West vibe.
Yeah, it's really dope.
Captures like, the anatomy of the West, while at the same time capturing the energy and almost exaggeration of the East. And like I just love watching like anything that's from his hand.
Yeah.
But
So
yeah,
yeah.
he's such a cool, down to earth dude, man. I've like gotten the chance to meet him, hang out with him. We've conversed via text over the years, and like he's just always super humble and super helpful, super busy, but it's really amazing to just be surrounded by such insane talent. So that's kind of like what a lot of the artists that I bring on board, if they don't have like a specific unique style that I'm looking for a specific story, then I generally am trying to find that balance of the East and West that Joe Mad has. And so I've worked with quite a few artists that really kind of like have their own spin on that East meets West vibe, and those books are coming out soon. Boom Queens is one of them, and I'm excited about that one. So
Boom Queens?
Yeah.
Is that yours? Y'all are doing?
Yeah, we're 5 issues in right now in production. So
is that on your website or not at all yet?
Nope, can't get it right now. We did a Kickstarter for it, for at least the first issues, and now we're up to 5. So we're releasing that next year. But that's going to have a whole, PFP aspect, and it's going to be cool, man. It's going to be cool, like how we roll it out. I think you've seen some animation stuff, like you've seen some alpha behind the scenes animation from it.
Okay. Dude, this looks like Boris Vallejo or Julie Bell style.
Oh, the Luminous stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, Luminous is really cool. That's a really great artist that I've worked with on several covers.
Amazing.
Phenomenal. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy good.
Yeah, thanks.
Cool. Oh, check it out. So, superhero drawn by Joe Mad.
Oh, nice.
God, that's crazy. Like, it looks just like his stuff, man. Which one of these do you think is the coolest? I'll upscale it just for fun.
Oh, are you on MidJourney right now?
Oh, yeah. Can you see? Oh, I'm sorry. So I'm sharing my screen with you.
Oh no, I can't see it.
Okay, stop sharing. Share your
It said you were
entire
presenting,
screen.
but for some reason I wasn't able to see.
Oh, I was presenting the wrong screen. I just hit the button real fast.
Oh,
My bad.
okay.
Did it swap us around
Oh,
on the stream?
there we go. Okay, yeah. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, see, man, that's. Yep.
Scary.
Yep, it sure is, man. It sure
It's
is.
version 4 right there. Which one of these is the coolest? Let's upscale one of them.
Probably version 4, I'd say.
Yeah, I liked 4 too.
That's insane.
Yeah, sorry. So I did a poster earlier too. Did you see that or no?
Oh wow.
So that was for just like a Quantum Leap show poster.
Cool.
Just for fun. Let's see.
I was gonna say, now I see the Scott Bakula resemblance.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I was trying to make sure the stream's.
Oh yeah, look at that shit. That's crazy, man.
Bro, so crazy. It's only.
Yeah, they really capture his style because he has the big muscles, and that's mind blowing shit.
Yeah, I mean, and there's so much visual reference for his art on the web that like
exactly.
it just scrapes it all. So like we always get into some of these more ethical conversations. Like I would never take that and post it to the internet and say, like, oh, I did this art.
Right.
But like some people are doing that.
I know.
Which is
I know. Well, and it's worse. Some people are doing it with like pre-existing pieces and running them through DALL-E and then saying like I finished it first and you copied me, even though they took it from the artist. So like, yeah, there's some crazy shit. I mean, honestly, I think that we've got to bake in a way for the original artist to make money off of this somehow. Like if somebody's pulling his work and monetizing it, there's got to be a way, even if it's via blockchain at some point over the next couple of years.
I think it has to be. I've been talking to somebody about trying to launch that. Conceptually, like I know some developers, and it's a big idea, but the data is all there, right? And if you have a closed system of NFTs,
I think it's there.
Scraping from.
There's no reason why
everything's there.
Build it. Yeah, exactly. And I think that's all it would take is, kind of figuring out how to delegate that system into probably some kind of like multi-sig, wallet thing that they can then access if they're the artist and whoever is helping to manage it. I don't know. I mean, there's all kinds of questions that come up because it's never been done. But I mean, I feel like there's a way to do that so that, hey, all of a sudden you wake up one morning and there's like, an extra 6 figures sitting in your, wallet. Like that can't be the worst thing in the world. I think some artists would be okay with it at that point if you're there.
Yeah, they won't hate AI or NFTs anymore, right? Like,
right.
You can fix them both at once.
Yeah, I mean, you would think in theory.
Yeah, time will tell. So I started kind of outlining that with a buddy of mine, and I want to see if we can make that happen. I had another thought about tracking just money and visualizing where all the money flows through all the wallets, and that could be an interesting thing too.
Well, there's people that are already doing it. I mean, I have friends that are, doing all the asset, like, I don't even remember what it's called, but basically with all the FTX issues that are going on, making sure that they're tracking where all those assets went. And it's like a whole forensic, process of going through and tracking wallets. And there's people that are doing it full time. So
good. And they should be, because it's, that's kind of like the double-edged sword of the blockchain, right? Like it's trackable, and the other problem is it's great that it's trackable. It's also kind of maybe terrible in some regards. But,
it makes it anonymous, but it also like is getting rid of a lot of corruption too at the same time. So it's kind of like, pros and cons. For now, I feel like there's so much corruption that it's a good thing, but I could see how it could become like a privacy issue problem later where it oversteps bounds. So I think in the future we'll just have to come up with ways that kind of disconnect our actual like hard wallets from transactional information or data collection. And I'm sure there's going to be ways to do it through QR codes or something where we're able to do our transactions and it's not going to tell you exactly what wallet it goes into. I don't know. I think it's a whole other. There's so many things that we have to establish here, and there's so few people even thinking about these things that I think it's going to take some time for us to figure it out. We just have to try and inform as much legislation as we can, which is the hard part, right? At least in the
Yeah.
state.
That's part of why I've started getting more and more involved in some of these big trade organizations. Like I'm a part of the Graphic Artists Guild now. You know, I've been part of
Yes.
AIGA for forever. But these people actually have power and have a track record of influencing legislation and figuring. So
Yeah.
the people who know the most and have the most vested in it should be the ones that are like, hey, this is the good and bad.
Yeah.
And not necessarily, there's other qualifications as well. Like,
Or at least have some experience with it.
Yeah.
Have a better, understanding of conceptually how everything works.
Yeah.
Trying to regulate, the way they were regulating obviously is fucked for a lot of reasons with SBF and Elizabeth Warren and all that stuff. But besides all that,
they don't even know. They don't even know what they don't know.
No, and there's whatever. There's all kinds of let's say conflict of interest with the way they handle it. So now it's like we need new people who at least understand this. Yeah, that's pretty crazy, man. But number 3 probably looks the most like. Number 3 is like old school Jim Lee, and number 4 is probably like his newer, like more evolved style. But yeah, that's crazy, man.
Dude, so crazy. Wow, it's still rendering too. Right? That's
100%. Yeah, if you look at number 3, that's like, I would look at that and I'd go, man, that looks a lot like Jim Lee's work.
That's crazy.
That is insane.
All right, so let's see what else we got here. What is your favorite type of visual art and why specifically? Like, do you like realistic or abstract, or do you like watercolors, or like?
Man, that's really tough. I don't think I have a favorite. I think it really changes by like my mood, to be honest. Like when I'm doing conceptual stuff with like MidJourney, I'm all over the place with like what I use. Like sometimes I'll do something with like specific pencils and add watercolor. Like I don't know, it's whatever is different, kind of, or outside of the box tends to jog me in a certain direction.
Okay, cool. I feel you on that. All right. Yeah, I mean, I'm all over the map too, man. I don't know if you've seen some of my art, but I do like really crazy abstract sometimes. I love this type of stuff that my dad did, like all these crazy splattery things, like a Pollock style,
And
then I do some of this like more realistic stuff as well. So,
gotcha.
I love crazy whatever I can accomplish with MidJourney. Just like, I always say photo bashing, but I don't think that's the word everyone uses. Compositing. I love compositing.
Oh, do you? That's awesome.
Yeah. That's what I'm gonna do with all these renders. Like we're gonna pick out some cool shit. We're gonna render it and composite into something cool. And then give nods to all the people's inspiration. But like last week, let's see, I did this one. Finished that up, and these were inspired. But like I don't do art like this, but this is like 10 renders that I did in MidJourney. We made this cool landscape. So so we gotta. That's part of the plan here too. So I always I
should share some of my my MidJourney stuff with you, dude. It's pretty crazy. It's
dude, this was all MidJourney too, like 10 different renders, and then I did 9 hours of Photoshop work as well.
Wow.
But this is super high res. And then the week before I did like a Van Gogh theme, so that was cool.
Nice.
And then we did like a watercolor thing with my friend Lenny. The hot mess that is creativity. This is only the 5th show of the interview style, so
that's awesome, dude. Yeah, that's cool.
But these are all
like in terms of inspiration, it's it's really largely comics and like Da Vinci, and that's like it for me.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. Okay, so comics and Da Vinci.
I definitely was inspired by just the idea of having puzzles and messages in art was like pretty awe-inspiring.
Okay, yeah, I feel you on that. I'm thinking a superhero poster drawn by Leonardo da Vinci.
That's interesting. Yeah.
Let's see what happens. Sometimes I gotta spell this right though. Da Vinci. Let me Google search that real fast. That's how I learned how to spell my art degree. Got a bachelor's degree in Googling shit.
That's
I
funny.
actually do have a bachelor's degree in
I think
art,
it's just
but
a CI. I don't think it's a CH. I think it's just a C.
oh, you're right. And da is separate.
Oh, yeah.
There we go. All right, and then we'll do. I always just like the 3 AR, and then the V4. V4 is just so much better. It's crazy.
Oh, it's way 10 times better. I mean, it's like night and day. The
Oh,
stuff that
which is
I'm able to
insane.
make with it is insane. I'll have to share some. Actually, I'll text it to you. So
All right. Yeah, definitely send it to me. All right, so let me see what's next on my list of questions. All right. What type of music gets you in the creative zone?
Oh man, that's a good question. There's a couple different types of music. Honestly, there's probably like 3 or 4. There's probably like 4. But when I'm writing, it tends to be a lot of like soundtrack music. So I listen to a lot of instrumentals and stuff from films or television that sort of it invokes the vibe of whatever I'm writing.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
so it
done
could
that.
be anything from like the Tron soundtrack to like the Conan Barbarian to Game of Thrones, original scores, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I
Um,
love that.
and then I also listen to a lot of electronic music too. I used to listen to a lot of metal, so there's times where I'll bust out old, European metal albums and things like that. Yeah, I've had a pretty there was a time in college where I worked in a used record store, so I got exposed to literally like almost every type of genre of music, daily. People would trade in the most random shit from their collection, and we would just be in the record store like listening to new music. Like,
Yeah,
it
like
was
what is
really,
this? Let's put it on. Yeah.
yeah, put it on. Like, let's hear it. And so like I learned so much, everything from jazz to hip hop to I don't know, indie rock. Like it's crazy. So I had a really a very fortunate experience just like listening to music. So I kind of like is random. It's based on whatever I'm writing. Like sometimes I'll bust out like some culturally specific music if I'm writing a specific scene that I feel like requires that energy. I know like I was watching Wakanda Forever the other day, and I like really felt like a lot of that indigenous energy too. So it's like the same thing. Like depends on what I'm writing or what I'm planning, and that's usually what I put on.
God, like I can't even listen to the soundtracks because all the songs are so just like gut wrenching. You know what I mean?
They get intense.
Just,
yeah, they get intense.
Just get you in like a deep, sorrowful space.
Sometimes, yeah. No, and I just roll with it, and I'm fucking like writing with like channeling that emotion into it. And if I go back and read something and it doesn't pull that same emotional string, then I just like have to write it over.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, no, that makes sense. I love that. Sometimes I'll put on like the Game of Thrones scores and just like listen to those. I just love Enya though. I've loved Enya like my whole life. Like even before Game of Thrones came out.
Yeah.
That's been like my dad turned me on to that as a kid. Like used to wake us up, like have Enya going and some incense. He was an old hippie and like this like incense going, make us some breakfast and like it was cool. I always like my dad was crazy creative, so check
cool,
out
man.
some of these renders, these superhero renders.
That's pretty crazy. How they do it on the old paper too.
Yeah, I'm feeling the old paper vibe. That's super fun.
Man, it's so funny.
These are cool as shit.
It's the play on the Vitruvian Man. It's so funny.
Yeah, they're absolutely just hitting into that each time.
Yeah,
I mean, like even when I re-rolled it, it was like Vitruvian
they
Man.
They lean right into it. Yeah, that's so funny, man. That's cool.
Looks like Hercules or something over here, like a Superman. That's so dope.
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, so favorite cartoon.
It's probably right now Rick and Morty, honestly.
Rick and Morty. My kid loves Rick and Morty.
It's such a crazy show. I find it hard to believe that like everyone even understands it.
Is it Morti?
Morty, yeah. Oh, that's hilarious. I never would have thought of that. Todd McFarlane. FARLANE.
Thanks, sir.
There it is. Yeah. I hope this one comes out good. That would be nuts.
Me too, bro. How you doing on time over there?
No, I'm good. Kids went to sleep, so I've got 2 little ones, a 2-year-old and a 4-year-old. So once they're asleep, I've got quite some time to usually do work. Just want to get my best writing done. Well, in the morning, actually, early morning.
Whenever the kids are asleep.
Pretty much. That's
I'm with you. My guy's 11 now. So he more or less like wants a game with me most of the time, which is great. I love it. You know what I mean? But trying to balance it out.
Yeah, for sure. Oh shit, this is already looking crazy good. What a take on that. Holy.
So this is like the real magic of this, like bashing things together. Like
exactly.
It's so crazy. Like, yeah, okay, I can, Todd McFarlane Spawn, that's not exciting, but Rick and Morty, like, hell yeah, like.
Yeah. Bananas, dude. Wow. That's pretty mind-blowing.
And I'm still just scratching the surface with this stuff. I haven't really gone deep into it. I've been messing with like NeuroFlash, which is the AI writing software too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, bro. It's might be better than this in terms of like executing amazing art. Like amazing work. Like I had to write a blog post for me. It needed like 4 changes. Like it's like a whole page.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty powerful. And these types of things are like superpowers for people who actually can do art or can write and like we can get like 80% of the way there like quickly. You know what I mean? Which is crazy.
Yeah, trust me, I'm using it for reference art.
Yeah, I know, dude. I struggle with how so like. While this still has some imperfections, like I'm amazing with Photoshop. Like I can take this and pretty much do whatever I wanted with it, right? Yes. If like the hand was jacked up or whatever, like
that's great. Oh, that's awesome, dude. Yeah, that's the key. See, I'm not that good with Photoshop, so I can't go that far. I can just like create the initial concepts.
Yeah, I can polish them. So I think while there's still imperfections, there's space for concept artists to still make some money. I just wonder what that really looks like. Because really what it boils down to at the end of the day is like the ideas, right? Like exactly. If you have the best ideas, the tools have always been evolving, right? Like I used to, if I wanted to paint something, I had to go out and kill an animal and dry a hide out and cut out some branches and get some horsehair and crush all my pigments up and make all my paints and make my brushes, do all the thing, and then make a painting, right? Like, you know, and now like there's all these tools. I have a digital painting screen where I can't even fuck up. Like,
no, that's exactly right, and that's how I look at it too. It's like, I mean, these are tools, and you can either try and swim against it and shoot yourself in the foot because you're not willing to adapt, or lean into it and learn how to use it and, position yourself better to help yourself, create a sustainable career as an artist utilizing these tools. It's really it.
100%, because like if you either fall behind or
it's already hard enough, right?
You adapt. Like
that's it. And it's so hard already, like just by default of trying to create a career as an artist. So, why would you shoot yourself in the foot and not want to learn these things to speed up your process to potentially, get more clients or whatever it is, right? At least help you ideate faster. I mean, literally, because you're using it probably as much as I am.
Yeah,
I'm saving myself so much time right now. Like, but the truth of the matter is, like, at the studio level is when you can really have the sort of luxury of being able to afford these really, elaborate 3D concept artists. Besides that, a lot of smaller studios can't really afford that. So, just being able to create that without, it being kind of like having a crippling effect that's the big difference. I feel, for a smaller studio, smaller artist, a writer who's trying to, get some stuff done. Like, it's just there's a lot more you can do now, and then you can position yourself to succeed later by teaming up with artists that are able to just do cooler shit.
100%. And I think that, like, we'll see, a crazy explosion of creativity in human culture here with all these things coming together. And I think if we figure out how to properly, attribute people for their contributions to this, it's really going to be even better.
Man, that version 4 down there is crazy.
Yo, I know. This shit is fire. Who's this little baby? Is that a character in the show?
No, I think it's just like a really messed up Morty, which is appropriate for the show. It's funny. But that Rick looks like the most accurate out of all 4. It's funny.
All right, let's do variations of 4. See what happens. Like, look at that upscale.
See what happens there. Oh, that one's a good one too. Yeah, that one's cool. I wish his shirt was yellow, but it is good.
I'll make a shirt
crazy.
yellow.
It's crazy how they do that, man.
I know. I mean, look at the lighting is all good, and like it's the bounce light and rim lights. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Okay. What's the most personally moving creative experience you've ever had?
It was probably when I was able to produce. It was a project that I was first able to work with Stan Lee. That was like probably a moment of just supreme validation that what I was doing and everything I was giving up was worth it. Because I think almost before that point, being in Hollywood and sort of failing over and over again, succeeding but failing, or taking what you feel like is one step forward and 2 steps back over a number of years, you eventually kind of start questioning, like, am I wasting my time? Other people's voices start to kind of creep in your ear of like, is this worth it? Trying to pursue this as a career. And I think that was probably the moment where I was like, okay, I think it's pretty clear, like, not everyone has this opportunity to, meet and work with Stan Lee and, be in his office, and it's just crazy. So that really kind of changed everything, I think, for me, and validated everything that I was giving up to say, like, okay, keep going and more cool shit might happen.
Dude, I mean, how could that not be the one? Like, that's fucking amazing, R.I.P. Stan Lee, man. That's
legend, a real legend, and he's just like that in real life, man. The way you see him in old videos and interviews and stuff, like was just like that in real life, like not disingenuous by any means. He wasn't one of those people that was like, someone in the limelight and someone different. Like, he was the same old jovial, generalissimo. That was cool just to see firsthand.
That's beautiful. I love that. And everyone I've ever talked to that had anything to say about that guy said the same thing. And generally, not that I've talked to a lot of people about Stan Lee that have met him, but that seems to be the consensus across the board, which is pretty cool. Awesome. So, have you ever experienced creative block? And if so, how do you get through that?
Yeah, man, it's definitely something I think I experienced more earlier in my career. And I think over time, the more you just write, the more you eventually just kind of realize, like, just have to power through it. Like, it's just kind of like your own procrastination or your own excuses in your head as to why you can't, break something. If you just put pen to paper and start writing, you may solve another problem, or you may write another scene, or you may, write another piece of the story. But at least you're moving forward and you're like breaking through some stuff that's going to help you move forward with whatever you're working on. So for now, like, I haven't really dealt with writer's block in a long time, because I honestly don't have the luxury of like sitting around and going, oh, well, I don't know, maybe I'll try and do it later. It's more like, okay, well, if I don't fucking write this in the next 2 hours, I'm not going to be able to write again for 5 or 6 hours. You know what I mean? So it's more of like, when you figure out like you don't really have time to fuck around. Like you start to forget like things like writer's block, or at least I do. I just force myself to like write something, even if it's terrible. It's like at least it's something on paper, and I can come back later and fix it or change it or rewrite it. Whatever.
Yeah, dude. So it's just to power through play, man. And I think people underestimate that. That like just put a line on the paper, write a word, write the worst set. Try to write a shitty sentence. You know what I mean? Like try to do anything. Like do something terrible. Just like the next thing you know, it just starts to come together. And it always does. And the more you do it, like the easier I see that happening. Right? Like so.
Oh, that looks awesome. Out. Man,
this
those are great.
Todd, no, this is Jim, no, Bruce Tim. Who did I put in this one?
Oh,
Bruce
really?
Tim.
Oh, it might be a different Bruce Tim, because the Bruce Tim that I know has 2 M's in his name. So they may be doing a different style. But
Sure.
I don't know if they'll give you the accurate Bruce Tim style with T-I-M-M.
Let's see. Well, if I spell it right, that's going to get us, halfway. That's half the battle, right?
I guess we'll see.
T-I-M-M?
T-I-M-M, yeah. There you go. If it's accurate, then it will look like Batman the Animated Series. I don't know if you remember that show from back in the day.
I just looked it up earlier.
Okay, cool.
So while you were saying stuff, I was Google searching the images and showing them up.
Oh, nice.
Before.
Okay, cool.
I had your screen share on the wrong thing.
Sneaky. No. That's
yeah, this whole show is just very creative. We just kind of roll with it.
Yeah, no, it feels like it's like a flow. So.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's getting a little more stylized there. I think bottom right-hand corner is going to end up. Yeah.
Oh
yeah. Commissioner Gordon as a matter.
I was going to say the same thing. It looks like I was going to say it definitely looks like Commissioner Gordon.
Yeah. See, you can see now the style that he's got.
It's crazy.
Man, that is incredible. That I haven't really. So very early on when I tried MidJourney, I was playing around with different artist styles just to see how good of a replicator it was, and I was like, oh, artists don't have anything to worry about. Like, this looks like shit. And now I'm looking at version 4, and I'm like, holy shit, this is like gotta be terrifying for a bunch of artists right now. I mean, I know it is. I'm watching the conversations, and again, I feel bad because I use it, but at the same time, I'm using it and then passing it to an artist anyway to make it good or better or whatever, so it's not like it cuts out time, and maybe could be reducing the workload, I suppose, but
it is for us. We're becoming more profitable by having this as an asset for visual communication, right? Because hey, you say I want something that looks like a dog from some show and has a corporate feel to it, or whatever the hell. But those adjectives are going to all mean slightly different things to slightly different people. So the ability to quickly Yep. And the ability to quickly iterate those things as fast as possible with as little effort as possible, and go, is this what you mean or this what you mean?
Yeah.
And then narrow that conversation. Now we're saving time in people's lives, which is super powerful. And then we're still going to go draw the thing from scratch, but now we have great reference and good idea of what they're speaking about, which is super important.
100%.
So, there's another aspect of this that I don't hear anybody talking about, but I bring it up every time I do a show, is that when you type in superhero or powerful or whatever your adjective is, it's scrubbing the internet for what the collective of human consciousness, at least in the English-speaking websites and tags and metadata, are what that means on the aggregate, right? So you might think it means something to you personally, but across the internet, it means this, right? So there's a powerful affirmation behind that, defining some of that stuff by the way it collects the data and creates these things.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. It's all about how you phrase them too. That's the interesting thing, because, rephrasing something in a different way brings up an entirely different result. So, it's such an iterative, unique process, I think, for each user, that I don't know, man, it's an incredible tool that I don't think it's going to necessarily replace artistry. I think it's only going to help with visual, like you said, visual communication.
Yeah, and it's also like you said, like when you're just getting started, like it's a powerful thing to help out. So the thing that I don't think is going to stand up in court eventually, like according to my contract with MidJourney for my monthly subscription, I own the intellectual property rights to all of these and can sell this stuff.
Yeah.
So that's the thing that's like, I don't.
That would stand up. No, definitely not. Especially not with using other people's art styles as the prompt. I think there will come a time where there will be limitations on that, and you won't be able to resell it unless you have some kind of like agreement to compensate the artist that you used in the prompt or something like that.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so this is the best part of the show, Ramon. So
Cool.
You and I come up with a cool prompt, and then they're like a big, like, let's come up with like a scene, an idea that includes some of your inspiration of fiction and sci-fi and superheroes and Jim and Todd and Bruce and Rick and Morty, and like how do we come up like help me come up with something here, and then I'll start to put it. And you can watch me start it, or you can stay on. I'll probably stay on until another 2 hours and finish it. But, like, help me. So that's usually how this works. Like, I'll start. Sometimes I'm a little further along by now. Sometimes I have no fucking idea what I'm doing right now. So yeah, what are you thinking? Like now that you've seen some of this version 4 stuff, most people have no idea about MidJourney. So you're
I know.
an anomaly.
No, it's true. Most people are not using it. I mean, look, I'm using it like. I'm making 4 to 5 images a day, and that's just like for my own reference, for vision boards, mood boards, all that kind of stuff. Because we're constantly world building over here. So, yeah, man. No,
I use it all day, every day.
Yeah, I really do. I'm like in between meetings. I'm like, what do I need for this like layer? What do I need for this? Because we're building cities, man. I mean, building the metaverse requires so much concept art, right? So. I mean, I'll like a lot of it I leak in the alpha chats. I mean, that's part of what the group is for, because it's more like a safe space with other artists that are part of this community. So I'll a lot of times drop, stuff I'm making in MidJourney, say, oh, hey, look, check this out. This is going to be what the arcade looks like, in Orangarok, stuff like that. So.
Dude, I'm so happy to help with any of that stuff, dude. And like, not even like, I'm happy to help you guys co-create there. So, and explain that to me.
You like lock in your character too, because that's something that you're gonna want to do. I mean, basically the whole point.
What can my character be though? Like
any blue chip NFT or NFT that you own the commercial rights to, right? So a lot of people have their gutter gang asset or their Bored Ape. A lot, it's very common and started with the Bored Apes. So, that was sort of the inception of the idea and when I launched the comics. So. That was really the premise. This was an opportunity to let people who own their Bored Apes to be a part of it.
So I could get one of those pigeons they just dropped, and they just drop a pigeon collection with the Gutter Cat gang.
Yeah. No, yeah, exactly. So there's like pigeons or whatever.
Can I bring in my warrior?
Yeah, absolutely, exactly. That's what it's for. So that's like the whole point, right? Is to be able to create content around this character, and that will be part of canon. We basically license that character from you. Officially, and it's a non-exclusive agreement, so you can go make coffee mugs or t-shirts with your character too, make animations, you can tell stories, right? And if it's really good, the idea or the point of this is like we want to collaborate with people who are making good content, so we can say like, yeah, that's an official story and go buy his t-shirts, you know what I mean, shit like that. That's kind of like the whole point of kind of growing the community with other storytellers. So yeah, that's the idea. And so you can use any NFT that you own the commercial rights to. All of our PFP collections will be included, and that's why we're rolling out a bunch. It's also a mint pass, so when we do drop the future PFP collections, you're going to get some free. Whenever we drop a comic book, the first issue, you're going to get a couple of free mints. It's kind of like an ongoing loyalty rewards token, basically. So
you'll get the free alpha access?
Yeah, that's the alpha access coin. That you get free merch with that annually too. So we're getting ready to do some merch in the next few months. I mean, it's tough with the holidays right now with printing.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we're getting ready to do that, and so there's just a bunch of stuff that's going to be coming for those for you guys, you holders. And that's why there's only 223. We're not going to release any more tokens. It's a very limited amount. And the idea is over time, as we grow, as we become bigger, we just reward you with cooler shit every year.
I love it. So Derek said he wants to see your comic book work. Most of that can be seen at Division, right?
Yes. We, let's see. Man, a lot of it is kind of under wraps. Actually, if you go to my Instagram page, that has a ton of our comic book stuff. Some of it's our NFT stuff, but if you scroll back, if it's just go to Instagram and the name is at Marogue, MAROGUE, and that will have pretty much samples of all our old books.
Oh, put the wrong link in. I spelled Marogue wrong. I threw it in the chat.
The easiest way is just think of I'm a rogue and just remove the I. So I'm a rogue.
Let's see.
It's an old D&D joke that lasted way too long.
Understood. My thing's all janky. All right, so. Oh yeah. Okay, so let me try this again. Instagram. I'm just gonna actually put it in this and go backwards. That'll work. I'm rogue, and then you said drop the what?
Drop the I.
My rogue. Oh, there we go.
Should pop up.
Yeah, it is. I don't know how I wasn't following you already. Now I'm following you.
Oh, nice. Yeah, so if you scroll back, you'll see a bunch of our old comic book stuff, panels, and concept art, tons of stuff.
Dope. All right, so let's come up with something here for this this exciting prompt here.
Yeah, that sounds good. So where do you want to start, or what are you thinking?
I would like to have some sort of scene, like a landscape or a setting. Like we need a setting. Where is this taking us? Is this in a city?
How about the Bat Cave? How about we do that?
Dope. Okay, setting. So Bat Cave. All right. All right. Who's in the Bat Cave?
Let's see. Who's in the Bat Cave? How about like Stan Lee? I guess the same people we named earlier, right?
Okay. Stan Lee.
Sacrilege, I know.
Anybody else?
Sure. Do you think they'll be able to pull Todd McFarlane, like physically? Probably will.
Yeah, maybe. So Todd. Okay. Oh, yeah. So you're saying pulling Todd, pulling Jim, pulling Bruce, and Joe.
Yeah, sure. Or whoever in cartoon characters, doesn't matter. Whatever you think makes it interesting, I'm all for.
Okay.
We can throw Conan the Barbarian in there if you want.
All right. This is gonna get crazy. I love it. What style should we do this in?
Oh, that's a good question.
Whose style? Do the whole thing in Joe's style, but
yeah,
don't include Joe in the art?
Joe Madureira style. That'd be crazy. He'll probably see this and get really pissed at me for the sacrilege, this voodoo evil magic that we're doing.
Well, we can. Yeah, I want to see. I'd like to do it in homage.
It's okay. We're not selling it.
Well, so I do put all of these up on a print store afterwards. So let's.
Oh, okay. So we might get in trouble for that. I wouldn't want to piss them off.
But I did Van Gogh style, but like Van Gogh.
Oh, that could work. Yeah, no. So that we could do something like that. Then maybe we could do like.
Who's your favorite classical artist?
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of going to right now. You know what would be really cool if we did
Michelangelo?
This? Well, I was gonna say it'd be crazy. I don't know how it would look, but it'd be crazy if we did it in Japanese woodblock.
There we go. All right, and then so like my expertise is gonna be making this all look cohesive because I'm gonna do like 10 different renders. All right, so let's do. Okay, so imagine. All right, the bat cave. What kind of color theme? You got any color themes on this?
Oh yeah, colors. I guess it would probably be. Man, I don't even know.
Let's just see what it comes up with right here.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't do V4. This will be fun. Did I even spell Japanese? Did I spell Japanese right? Japanese, I think so.
GAPANESE.
Oh, perfect. There it is. That makes sense. So that's V3.
Yeah, V4 does.
V4 with Japanese spelled intelligently. Although there's probably enough typos like that on the web that it still would have scraped the right
Still would
data.
have picked it up, yeah. I think.
I wonder if it does the same kind of thing as Google, where it's like, they meant this, you know?
It might autocorrect, so yeah.
Dude, I failed all my to-dos. I usually hit record and record a copy of this locally, and then I have a screen up on the side and record a copy over there, and
Nice.
then I do a live stream just like with my phone, videoing me from Facebook. I didn't do any of that tonight. Just I forgot all of it.
We're just winging it today. It's all good.
Yeah, it's all good. Okay, this is actually kind of cool.
That's turning out interesting.
But it's not doing it for me. So this is where the magic comes in, where you really gotta like interpret it, you know. So we want to do, all right, because this is gonna be like our background, right? So imagine a rendering. No, let's just call it view inside the bat cave of.
Maybe we have to type Batman's Batcave. Do you think we have to be that specific?
Oh, maybe.
Because they might just be thinking. I mean, I can see they're picking up some bat, but they may not fully commit to the render.
What's the view? So view inside the Batman's Batcave.
I guess probably with the Bat computer.
Yeah, with the Bat computer. All right, let's see what this looks like. See if we can get a good render of this. But I love this style. Is this the right style there? Oh,
that's
damn
interesting.
it.
It's not, but it's okay. It's interesting.
It's called the Japanese wood block art style. Is that how it's described?
Yes.
Oh man, my legs are super tight. I just got a wild hair this morning. It was raining outside, and I hadn't been on a run in a while. My back and my hip had been hurting for like months, and I finally got feeling pretty strong. I went on a 7-mile run.
7 miles, holy crap!
Yeah. I did it though. Felt good. Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, it wasn't fast, but it got done.
Man, it's about the distance, not the speed.
Yep.
It's looking pretty cool though.
Yeah, that is pretty cool. I like this idea inside the Batcave though. We're gonna make this work.
Something different.
So we're gonna do view. I'm gonna do a wide angle view inside the Batman's Batcave, overlooking. See how that comes out.
There you go.
So overlooking the
A
bridge
through
a waterfall. Yeah. That could be cool. Look at this little Batman here. It's like a little.
That's crazy.
It's a little person Batman.
Lego Batman.
Yeah.
Man, that's so crazy. Dude.
This Japanese wood. I wonder what this is supposed to look like. Cause now I don't even know. So.
Well, Hokusai is probably one of the more famous ones.
Okay.
You could try Hokusai style, Hokusai. That would probably give the more specific.
Is that that's the guy that did the wave, right?
Yeah, exactly. Which hopefully they won't just default to a wave. Instead, they'll interpret his style of all his art because he had a lot more pieces. They are coming up with some cool renders there, though. I'm impressed.
Yeah, they are. So this is.
Wow, that's pretty insane.
Yeah, but
they're like prints. They like.
Yeah, they made prints and put them on the wall
They
in the render.
Prints. Yeah, it's so weird. I've never seen it do that actually.
I've seen it do it a lot whenever I reference art.
Oh.
So
yeah, I would just do Hokusai, Hokusai.
Like that?
Yep, and I would just take out the word art. I'd probably just do Hokusai style and see if it comes up.
So I like this one here. If it was like inside, like.
Yeah, if it wasn't in a frame.
Yeah. So like, yeah, getting the computer, because what I want, like, I keep thinking like back in some of the Batman movies where the Batmobile like comes through. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know exactly.
Let's try that. I got a thought here. Let's try.
You've got me wanting to jump into MidJourney now.
Dude, so imagine a wide-angle view of the Batmobile inside Batman's Batcave in front of a waterfall. Oh, whoa, look at these. These are coming out good.
Yeah, those are cool. Yeah, they're rendering still.
Oh, yeah, they are.
There it is.
Lost it all. Lost the whole
no.
thing. No, I just hit. I did like, there's some thing in Windows where if you like scrub back and forth, I don't know, I just minimized everything. I just lost everybody. You're still there. Alright, cool. Where's all my stream stuff? What if you V4? A V4 of the one you like in the frame. Sorry, Derek was jamming in. Derek and his wife come on every week. Andy, they're two of my best friends.
Oh, nice.
They've never missed a show. There's been 35 of them. Yeah. The diehard fans. I can't wait to put some NFTs in their hands. Dude,
yeah,
look at these. Super
those
fresh.
are so cool.
So we did. That's the Japanese woodblock. No, that was Hokusai style.
Well, I don't know how that came out because I know Hokusai doesn't do that. I don't know how you go from the wave to that, but that's cool though.
Yeah, it's cool. It's just not exactly what we wanted. So let's try this.
And then I think I have about 8 minutes left, and then I've got to jump off to finish writing for a deadline.
Okay. That's not a problem at all, man. I think I have a good prompt here that I'll be able to come up with something. I'm not sure what style I'll land on, but I like what's rendering here. So.
Yeah, no, I love it. I'm excited about whatever you pump out, man. This is cool.
Yeah. Yeah, so this is so when I finish this, what I'd like to do is mint a couple NFTs and auction them off and stuff, kind of like what we talked about.
Oh yeah,
So I want to
yeah.
make sure
I
that
totally
that's
forgot
kosher
about
for
that.
you. So
Yeah. No,
what
it'll be
any parameters around like what I should and should not do with this? Or you think as long as
fine.
I'm
I probably wouldn't do like an artist style
okay?
that's like live right now, just because I know a lot of them personally. So
Yeah,
they'll
yeah, yeah.
probably be upset, especially if I'm trying to sell it. But I think like besides that, I mean, no, I don't think there's anything else. Like, maybe if you're doing like Rick and Morty and Todd McFarlane style, I don't think that's like that insane or anything like that. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
that should be fine. I mean,
sure. All right. Well, that shouldn't be a problem. Hopefully, oh, this thing's not rendering, so yeah, that's no problem. Then, I might come up with like, an impressionist style or Van Gogh or what. I don't know. I'll think about it.
yeah. Anything outside the box is totally fair game.
I think Michelangelo might be cool.
I think the renders would be really cool on Michelangelo for sure.
Yeah, and then I could really play with that a lot and get into the details of it. Oh, or I
Yeah,
could
you
go
get that.
just watercolor.
I will
Watercolor.
tell you this: Michelangelo was my favorite Ninja Turtle growing up. So there's that.
Dude, we're doing some work for the Ninja Turtles right now. We're doing some
Oh, nice.
some art
Congrats.
for their social media for Nickelodeon.
Awesome, dude. That's great.
Yeah, we just got that about 2 weeks ago. We're doing like the 4 turtles like looking backwards for like International Ninja Day or something. And
Oh,
then
that's
there's
awesome.
gonna be
Yeah.
like traditional Japanese paintings like on the back of their shells, like
Nice, dude.
a dragon and a monkey and like all the cool shit.
Cool.
So
That's
yeah.
awesome. Oh yeah, that's great.
Cool.
Yeah, I need to start doing more stuff like that, promotional art. So that's
Yeah.
kind of one of the things that we're gonna gear up to do is more of that stuff. And
Dude, yeah, we
practicing with
crush that.
Nickelodeon.
That's what we do all the time. So
Yeah, it's
There
great.
you
I'm gonna be hitting you up for sure.
what was I gonna say? So I bought the access token. So now I need to pick out a character. Now if I mint a bunch of other like we have our whole comic, right? So I'd have to talk to my team, but could we bring one of our characters into your space?
Yeah, I
Our
think so.
comic?
As long as it makes sense, there's no issue with it at all. Like,
where do I go and read what's going on currently so I can build my story so it makes
pretty much
sense?
the comic book, the American Ape comics, which the second one is coming out in like a week or two. I think like a week and a half.
Yeah, I bought 5 of those too.
Okay, yeah, so you'll be able to read it. I don't know if did you go into the Discord and grab the PDF for the first one?
No.
Oh, okay, yeah, you can actually go into our Discord, ask any of the mods. I mean, all the same people that are Crazy
Yeah,
Carl.
they've been awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, they're super helpful, and you can just get the free PDF because you have the token. You should be able to claim it. I think. Do you have number 1? I don't know if you have number 1.
Yeah, I have 10 of number 1.
Okay, yeah. If you've got number 1, then you should be able to just go into the Discord. There's a special channel for it. I think it's called American Ape Comic Claim, and it's in there. And only people that have the comic can access the PDF. And then what I'm going to do is for the second one, we're going to do the same thing. We'll open up a room that'll be gated for people who have number 2, and they'll download that. We'll do that for the first 5 issues, but that's just buying time until we have our reader all set up. So
Cool, man. All right.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds really cool. Well, let me get plugging away. I'll crack a lack on this thing, and you'll wake up tomorrow morning with a cool piece of art in your
nice, dude.
box.
All right, cool.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah, have fun
It's
with it.
10:30 already, so
Yeah.
I might have to stretch it out another day, but I'll email you.
stress.
So.
All good, man.
But yeah,
No worries.
then I'd love to like do something where we put these out there. That'd be fun. So,
Yeah, for sure. Sounds
Cool.
good.
dude. All right, Ramon. I really appreciate your time, brother. Thank you so much.
Likewise. Yeah, no, thanks for having me, dude. This was a fun chat. I had a lot of fun, and got to know you a little bit as well too. So there's lots of good magic ahead in terms of what we can create.
Yeah, dude, I'm so excited. I can't wait to show you this comic. We should have something to show you in like a week or two, like
Awesome.
just a little 1-pager. We're gonna have it done to submit into the thing on the 20-something, whatever the deadline, or 19th or whatever.
Yeah, that's great.
So instead
Well,
of just a story, we're gonna have a 1-page comic.
Yeah, I mean, if you have a crypto tat, like that could work too. So anything like
We're
I said,
using the crypto tat.
Yeah, so like you could use that for your alpha coin if you wanted, right? So pretty much any of these collections that we're supporters of or fans of, the Elephants, the Foxy Fam, the Gutter Cat Gang, the Bored Apes, like all Crypto Tats, they all can count. So so that could be the character or another one. Like, doesn't matter to us. If it's an anthropomorphic animal, it's really easy to fit into the storyline. Like, that's just kind of how we've made it. It's a lot harder to incorporate like other things like fantasy. I mean, I'm finding ways that we can make it work, but yeah. So that's what I would say. Anything that's sort of like tongue-in-cheek action comedy, anthropomorphic animal kind of stuff is going to be easier for us to throw in there.
Okay. And these are some of my NFTs. All of these are the ones I currently have minted.
Oh yeah.
That I've done on the stream, and then all these other like watercolor ones. These are all my dad's. I gave them all like stats and stuff, like 1 through 5, in a bunch of different categories, with hopes that like maybe one day they'd be like, you know, relics in a video game or power-ups or some sort of deity or energy. You know, these are all like, they're all named like, you know, different things, like different emotions, and they have, you know, all these different things. You can claim the original work of art if you want for each one. Then I update the blockchain data, and then
that's smart. Oh yeah, you have the rarity and stuff. That's cool.
Yeah. So I did all this stuff, and I wrote little things about my dad on every single one of them. And there's 72, but I have 700. But you know, just trying to get some traction on this too. So I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
But my thought was they were kind of like PFPs, but they're way too ethereal. Like they're not.
Yeah, they might be too abstract for, I think, people to necessarily connect with as a PFP. But
yeah,
that's cool. I think adding utility helps a lot. That's definitely what we did with our comic book art. You know, that's a large reason of why people were even interested in them, I think, is because they knew they were going to open up different things in Sandbox and all that kind of shit. So
yeah, for sure, man.
Utility is like the biggest thing I've found that helps us to like move our NFTs. Otherwise, I think it'd be the same thing where, like, you know, people are dumping after reveal, and you know, you never see the flow go up. So it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, it's definitely the long-term community building play for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Just making sure that we're rewarding the people that, you know, early adopters and people like, hey, I like them, you know, when they were a small band and they played with 10 people in a room.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, it's the same vibe. So.
Yeah, I know. We have some of those people still in our community, so it's awesome to see them. Like, you know, they've followed us for, you know, years. It's been cool. So anyway, thank you, man. Again, I appreciate your time as well, and I'll be seeing you in the chats. I'm sure I will.
For sure. Cool, man. Thank you, Ramon.
Thank you.
Have a lovely night, brother.
You too. Take care, brother.
Peace. We're gonna get this thing rolling here in a second. Let's see. I am off of that. Stop sharing. Switch over to Solo's chat. Close out this. Boom. How's everybody doing? You guys still here? Still have some people that love me in the world? Alright, so I'm working out some stuff here. See if I can get a cool rendering of the Bat Cave. What up, Derek? What up? Alright, so I'm trying to get like a Bat Cave. Imagine the Bat Cave in Michelangelo. How the fuck do you spell Michelangelo is the biggest question. I didn't put in V4. It's gonna be trash. Trying to see if I can get something cool here to work. I just need a cool foundational layout here. You know, it's funny. I feel like I need more monitors somehow. I like some of these. These are cool. You want to jump in the chat, Derek? If you get on Discord, you can jump in the chat with me. Or the actual voice chatting. Let's go to Discord and go to public voice. Boom shakalaka. Ooh, excuse me. Oh, this is gonna be sick. This is the one. Getting tired. Haven't started. See how crazy I can get this done in an hour. See what happens. Wakey wakey. Just here rendering shit all night. I think I've got the right idea though. One of these could actually work, I think. thought I was gonna like that. I'm gonna do. Oh, that's still rendering. So I'm gonna pull Batman out of that and then throw in the guys. That Rick and Morty shit was cool looking. What up?
What up?
All right, you guys are on the stream.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. You're a little loud though. Let's see.
You're just quiet.
Ain't no thing, dog.
Told Andy to bring out a blanket, and here I am sitting in the garage with 3 of them.
You got your blankets on though. You ain't without a blanket, so. Bro, look at that back
Wow.
cave. That's pretty fire.
I was sitting on them. I didn't realize it.
Yeah, I think that's my jam. All right, we're just gonna go for it. Nope, that's not what we're going for. I'm gonna hit that. I'm gonna hit that. Save the image. We're just gonna get started here at 11 o'clock.
How do I mute this?
Say sci-fi bat cave, Derek. You can't just get this on, normal programming. What's up back there, Andy?
Hey.
Oh, you can see us?
No.
No, I just heard Andy in the background. So I just implied that she was back there. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, she's here.
Don't sound too excited about it. Jeez, Derek.
I know, right?
You can beat him. I'm not gonna judge you for it. Sometimes you just gotta, Anyhow, all is well. Got a setting. It is here.
I'm trying to. So there's a bad echo, so I'm trying to turn up, put either the Discord on mute, or no, I can't do that. I need to put your show on mute.
Yeah, you gotta put the show on mute. Okay, so I'm gonna do window, range, new window. Boom. Cool, and then Kira's gonna be so happy that I did this. Okay, start recording. Perfecto. There we go. Boom.
You still tired?
Huh?
Carl's tired tonight.
I'm just an old man. Anyhow, I'll live though. So I'm gonna take this little guy here, close that. Yeah, I did that. I went and ran 7 miles today, like I've been doing it on the regular. It worked out well though. I will say I felt really good. I didn't hurt myself, which there's always, whenever I go out to do anything crazy, there's always that potential. So yeah, my legs feel like jello.
Yeah, 7 miles in the rain is like 10 miles without rain.
Yeah, probably. I don't know. The rain didn't have much effect, I don't feel like, so that's good. So we're gonna do imagine. Oh, what would the Batcave look like in Da Vinci style? Let's hold on.
Da Vinci?
Yeah, Da Vinci.
Yeah.
Just try one last thing on that before I get too far down the other rabbit hole.
Yeah, I
here.
looked at his Instagram. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, he's super chill. Really good dude too, man. Just really wholesome, really down to earth. Has done some pretty amazing stuff. He worked with Stan Lee on a project, dude. Like that's fucking crazy. Oh,
You
did
worked
you
on
miss
what?
that part? He worked with Stan Lee on a project.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I mean, but among other things, that was just the one highlight. Like Stan Lee's going to be in this. You know what I mean?
That Andy wants to know who Stan Lee is.
Oh,
It's
the
really
most
familiar,
famous
but I
comic
don't
book.
know who.
He started Marvel. He's one of the
Oh,
guys
that's
that
why I
started
don't know.
Marvel.
Kind of like the Steven Spielberg of comics.
What is that? How do you say that?
Steven Spielberg. I think that's
Spielberg.
wrong.
Yeah, it definitely is wrong.
It's just without the S, the second S. Just Spielberg.
Why did I
Making
add
it
an S
really-
in the middle of it?
I don't know. You're trying to make it kind of Midwest that thing. Add letters.
So, full body of Stan Lee as a superhero in, let's do Leonardo da Vinci
Alright.
style. I just be
Can you keep
talking
it on my
out
phone?
loud and shit. What'd you say, Andy?
Nothing. I was talking to Derek.
I forgot I had to put my video on pause, and I'm sitting there watching it, and I'm like, why isn't he moving? But she has it on hers.
Oh, well, you can mute the audio. Or what,
I
don't know
couldn't
what
find
applies
that.
for you.
Yeah, I couldn't find it.
Liv was watching you for a little bit.
She passed out.
Well, I made her go to bed, and she's got school in the morning.
Oh, yeah. That makes sense.
You know what this cave this building reminds me of?
What?
You watched all of Game of Thrones, right?
Oh, yeah.
It reminds me of the Game of Thrones building that collapsed on what's her face and her
Cersei
brother.
and Jaime
Mm-hmm.
at the end.
Yeah, doesn't it look? It looks like that cave.
Yeah, it kind of
That
does.
building.
Yeah, look at these. These are cool. So this is Leonardo da Vinci style.
Wow.
This is not Leonardo da Vinci style at all.
No.
Yeah, look at this one up here with the fairy wings and shit. It's so
Look at the
silly.
guy. Look at V3. He looks like he's like posing for a '90s picture.
Oh yeah, it's fantastic.
Hey, can you upgrade or version 1 the first one?
What do you want me to do? Upscale it?
Yeah.
Or you want variations of it?
Variations and upscale the first one.
Okay.
That guy, I know it's taken away from what you're doing, but this is gonna be pretty funny.
Ah, it's all good. Just waiting for renders. Oh man.
How's the family tonight?
Good. Everybody's good, man. Just taking it
Good.
easy. Alden's laying in bed. I'm just trying to make some art here. This is the furthest along that I've gotten without actually doing anything.
I know I look really stupid right now, but these earmuffs are so warm.
You do look really dumb right now, though.
Y'all are on the stream, just let you know. Everything you say is immortalized.
Well, you can take a picture and send it to you. I said hi to Nightbot. You should be proud.
Saw that. Look at this. He kind of turned into the guy from Up for some reason. Like the old man from Up instead of Stan Lee.
Oh, fuck, I forgot the screenshot tonight.
Oh, it's all right.
I normally always screenshot the people you're with. It's kind of cool that, you get your guest on here, and a lot of times they can't, stay the whole time. But by the time they see it the next time you talk to them or send it to them, it's like this, like,
It's like a whole different thing.
Like
Yeah.
a wow effect.
yeah, like a wow effect. Oh my God, is that my picture?
Yeah. You're welcome. What? Oh, that's right. Sorry.
Let's see, who are some of these guys? Oh, we want to do Bruce Tim.
Alden says, EA.
Alden said yay.
I sent it to you and Alden and
Oh, our group
the
chat.
picture.
I'm mad that guy had fairy wings.
Let's see. Yeah, he did have some fairy wings. That's next level right there. It's not exactly the vibe I was going for though. So
There we go.
Oh my God. I'd be scared as hell to walk through that.
I'm
Yeah.
not even walking through that.
I know it's
You know what's
crazy looking.
You know what's on the other side? You know what's right down in that. You know what's gonna happen down in that tunnel?
Hell.
No, it's gonna open up to them woods with them trolls.
Oh God.
Little. You should do that, Carl.
Woods with trolls.
Like, you know how you did the troll image,
The gnomes.
the gnomes. I mean,
Yeah.
if you put that actual image, but in the background, because you know how it looks like it's going to be going into the woods in the back.
Yeah.
But this would be like like a more zoomed out version of it.
Okay. That could be fun.
It's funny.
Sorry, I'm trying to. I want to get this in here looking good.
So
Always,
stipulations are you have to have Batman in it.
Nah, it was just a bat cave. Like he's just like inspired by comics and superheroes. So I'm gonna do a lot of stuff with I'm just gonna do something real cavey. It just had to come up with some sort of setting, but he won't care. He'll just be stoked to see something cool. So I get this in here, right? And then I'll drop in like Stan Lee, right? And then I'll scale it down. Gonna have him like in the foreground. It's gonna make sense. Yeah, I don't know if that's gonna work. Spacing wise.
Maybe if it was a whole body.
Yeah, I might have to re-render that. But I think you're right. It definitely needs to be a whole body. And I was trying to render whole bodies, just didn't care what my thoughts were. What do you want, cat? Let this cat out for a little bit. Come on, cat. Over here fussing at me. I ain't got time for fussy cats. He's a good boy for a crazy little creature. Alright, so
What are you doing?
yeah, I don't
What?
think that I gotta come up with a different style to utilize. So
It's too close. It's too close. There's too much. I guess, dead space on the sides. Like it's almost too zoomed out. Is that guy wearing a
Yeah.
bra?
Yeah, he's got some brawl action going on.
I'm gonna get ripped like the guy in V4.
You and me both.
We'll probably just end up like the second guy in V1.
What is even B4? I don't even know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's in that box.
Um,
We're gonna be more like the guy in the green shirt, though.
The Batcave and Rick and Morty's style. Let's see what that looks like. That might be easier to execute. Who draws Rick and Morty? I don't know. It doesn't really know. Make sure to pay them some homage for sure. I just can't get a good Batcave.
Or what about like if it wasn't a bat cave, something similar to that would be like a
volcano.
no,
Inside a volcano.
like one of those eerie abandoned subway stations.
Oh, yeah,
Oh.
that's comic-y.
You know, like the one the Ninja Turtles were in.
That was a
yeah,
sewer.
yeah.
No, but they were in a Master Splinter was staying in a God, we're 90s kids.
Big
Was
time.
staying in a train station
Oh.
where the scientist was. Remember,
Yeah.
his lab was in a train car. I just 1994 this stream.
Yeah, you did.
See, why did this not work? Full body of Stan Lee as a superhero and Leonardo da Vinci's style. Let's try this again. Let's do this. Let's reword it too. See if that works.
Meanwhile, the AI algorithms are like, "What the heck is this guy's typing?"
Yeah.
Was it Van Gogh that cut his ear off?
Oh.
I don't know.
He said, "I'm gonna make her know that I'm alive."
You couldn't write a letter?
And then he wrote a letter, but he put his piece of his ear in it
Why?
as a memento.
That's gross.
Obviously, it was really good marketing if we're still hearing about it.
It's one of those
Marketing?
things
No.
you can't not reply to. So we could do the whole thing in this Rick and Morty style.
Oh, those are pretty cool.
These, yeah. What is going on here? I hope that actually ends up really looking like Stan Lee. Oh, dude, these are fire.
Oh my gosh. My man's got a body. Oh, those are cool.
Yeah.
Would you type in Rick and Morty train station? What does that
No,
say?
I just typed in abandoned subway station.
Try Rick and Morty subway station. Man, this cranberry juice is amazing. I made so much I drank so much cranberry juice today. I'm not gonna have a UTI for a month.
You're funny.
You got problems there. But you did just make me want some cranberry juice, so I just got some.
You gotta
Gotta
water it down though, Pop. You gotta water it down.
Oh yeah. I've been drinking lemonade too.
And a little bit of
Been off
vodka and some
camera.
baking powder.
The
Well,
baking powder.
I always say baking powder. Was it powder or soda?
Soda. There's both. The soda is fizzy
I know.
and powder.
But the night that happened, was it
Soda.
supposed to be the
Soda
powder?
is the one that
Yeah.
neutralizes things.
All right, Carl. I think we're on to something here. Maybe a couple more words of some sort, but it's freaking dope.
Yeah, and I could put some text up here. That'd be cool. I like this one, so it's upscale too. And you could easily put like a line of people in the front. So, all right, so.
Yeah, I like two a lot. Oh, look at that! Look at that clock. Isn't that cool?
On the left there, yeah, that is cool. What is up with this shit, like? Yeah, I could finish his hair off here. His hand looks out of control.
Oh my gosh, it does. But that's like a perfect image to put where the sun rays are coming down in the train station.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be kind of neat.
Gotta get this done. It's gotta be good. What the
Do you want
fuck?
you want some
7
Oreos and milk?
fingers.
Yes. God.
Carl, what would it look like if you did the Rick and Morty type cartoony, but to get more of a realistic look of Stan Lee, but like ultra realistic or something?
Did you say ultra realistic? Sorry.
I don't. He'll be right back.
Oh. I'm super stumped.
Hmm.
Yeah, I can't get a good render of Stan Lee. I don't think either one of these are what I want to do. It made him sad. 'Cause we
Aw.
did abandoned subway station. Would you guys send all a picture?
Mm-hmm. Of Derek.
I'm looking now. Derek is super festive.
He just saw your picture.
Oh. What'd I miss?
What did you ask him for?
I didn't ask him anything.
Before you left, you said what would something look like or something like that.
Oh, like a realistic Stanley, head to toe.
Oh.
Why do you know?
You know, Carl, I've never noticed you eat when you do your art.
You never noticed what?
Like, you'll be in front of the camera for the next 3 hours and either drink lemonade or some type of alcoholic beverage, but you never eat.
Yeah, I don't. It's only 3 hours. You eat all the time.
Mm-hmm.
It's so true.
Yeah. Huh. I'd never thought about that. I'm super yawny tonight.
I do eat all the time. Well, I guess there's only one way to get from 5'8" to 6'1".
That'll help for sure. Yeah, I've gotta like make some progress. Like I gotta do something. So I got this. Cause if I don't start tonight, I'm not gonna do it, and that's not going. It ain't going down like that. You know what I'm saying?
No, we're staying up until we get a foundation.
Yeah. I think this is cool though.
It'd be cool if they had like any names for any locations of their comic books, and you can put it up there.
Yeah, Orangarock. We could do that. That's one of their comics that he was talking about. Yes, I bought their access token, which basically allows me to get early access to all their stuff and like put one of my characters into one of their stories, and so there's gonna be some cool stuff going down with that. They just they have a really cool company, so we gonna be collaborating.
Like, I'm eating these Oreos so fast I can't breathe.
I don't know.
Don't be doing that, there. I don't know why that took me so long. Jesus. Jesus.
Yeah,
All right,
I can't remember.
This is,
Do you always put in a piece of your dad's art in these too?
yeah, I try to. Sometimes I don't do it. I always go back and do it. Sometimes I don't do it on the stream. In fact, I frequently forget to do it on the stream. All right, I want to get this. No, that's not the right style, though. How did I get this style?
I heard that these, if you dip them in sour cream, they're really good.
Oreos?
Yeah.
In sour cream?
Mhm.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Well, try it.
That sounds terrible.
Carl, we love your show.
Thanks,
Mhm.
man.
This show has been such a blessing.
I appreciate you guys. I really do. How's work going? Good?
Yeah. It's definitely been busy.
Well, that's good. That's what you want.
Busy is good, yeah. Yeah, that'd be kind of
Yo,
cool.
Art Smackdown.
Maybe.
What's up, guys? I just saw they just popped in. Sounding good, too. Oreos and
Oh
sour
yeah,
cream?
they're
Absolutely
retired.
not. Trash.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
right? That's disgusting. Art Smackdown, thank you.
Jukey Holick's in. What up, Jukey Holick? Oh, cool. Art Smackdown rated
It's
us.
supposed to taste like Like
I can't get down with it.
Oreo cheesecake because you don't taste the sour cream and you got the crunch and the cream. I don't know. I just seen a lot of people do it.
So it's supposed to taste like an Oreo cheesecake?
Yeah.
Oh man, I can probably fuck with that.
Because don't they use sour cream in cheesecake sometimes?
I don't know.
I don't make
Oh
cheesecake.
damn, great point about, but you know,
Mm-hmm.
see, this is why I keep you around.
Oh, because you love me. Glad I could keep you entertained.
I'm trying to get some
Super.
cool renders here. I think I'm onto something. Oh, dude, these are kind of sick.
Oh yeah.
Almost like, what if we did like a whole bunch of bust? You know what I mean? Like just these 3/4 views here, and then I'm trying to figure out what background would that look good in. You know, so I don't know.
You know,
if this
you
is
know what
it.
you could do. You know what you could
Yeah.
do is do like a Where's Waldo effect.
Yeah, I don't want to deal with 400 people though. That's just a lot of work. The more people, the more complicated it's gonna get. You know what I mean?
Yeah, go ahead and disregard I said that.
I mean, it sounds fun. It's ambitious. I'm not feeling ambitious at this current juncture. Let's see. Stanley superhero, no. Rick and Morty style. Who was gonna say?
Jokey Holic said it'd be an Oreo sour cake. Do we have? I need to put this in nuts. Do we have?
I
Any,
think we have some.
we have sour cream?
I did.
Oh shit! All right, everybody, stay tuned. I'm gonna go get this.
Horrific.
Just another night on Colorful Carl.
So these are too crazy. That's what I'm working with. So what style's closest to that? None of these. Fuck. I'm just gonna start drawing shit in a minute. See, this is the problem with these damn AIs. They don't cooperate. I need to pick a proper style.
All right, how many viewers do we got on right now? Because this is about to go down.
What did you say?
I said, how many viewers we got on right now? Because they're about to be part of this experiment. We're going to put this Oreo sour cream cheesecake to rest.
Question about the filling though. Do you have any guac? Yikes! Yeah, you put some guac and sour cream in there. Now you're really just turning your guts
need to
into an
double check.
experiment.
I don't know what it is.
Yeah,
I don't know how many viewers. We got 5 viewers right now. Big 1-5.
Nice.
All right, well, hey guys, here it goes. She has the regular Oreos. I have the double stuffed
I'm on the
Oreos.
edge of my seat right now.
I think we gotta go double stuffed because we're looking for the cream, right?
Mm-hmm.
So tell me, when you saw this, did you stop agreeing with me for a minute?
Mm-hmm.
Did they dip it?
Scooped it in, took a bite.
Scooped it
You put
So
it
this
in
all-
like a.
This is like a derivative of me
Yeah.
finding out,
Um,
experimenting with the baking soda in an overly alcoholic drink, and I put in way too much baking soda. But apparently, it's supposed to
Okay,
neutralize the alcohol taste.
That's so true. All right, guys,
neutralizes
this looks
your mouth and taste buds.
this looks absolutely disgusting. Look at this thing.
It kind of looks like whipped cream.
All right, here we go.
Juki, it's
Drum
no
roll.
stress. We're just having fun here. I'm totally stumped on what I'm trying to be working on, anyways. So it's a great distraction.
Here we
No
go.
worries. Let's go. Eat some weird shit. Let's tell us how it goes.
Oh my god, it tastes like fucking cheesecake. I'm so serious.
Really?
I'm so serious. Sorry for the F-bomb. I am so serious, y'all.
Oh, nah, it's good, dog. I don't care about F-bombs.
Oh
It's
my
fucking
God.
11:15. We get F-bomb. You just ate a cheesecake Oreo sour cream thing.
Way cheaper than cheesecake.
It's
Sounds
it's
fucking
cheaper.
gross.
And you literally make your own cheesecake right in front of your eyes.
Well, it's not because it's in your mouth, but
Listen, look at all them Oreos. You go to Cheesecake Factory and try to get that big of a that big of a cheesecake. I know you're spending more than $3 if we are on Oreos. And sour cream is something you never run out of. Not even there was still sour cream during COVID.
yeah.
Dude, I remember throwing out like 3 things of sour cream because we just keep buying fucking Juki. Juki's going to the store.
Juki's going to the store.
All right. Sorry, I'm doing renders over here. I know this isn't exciting because no one can see nothing that I'm doing.
No, this is fun though. You get a little entertainment, a little bit of art,
Holy
you know?
shit. Just smacked my tablet and everything. Nobody died. Okay. God, I have to
Oh
get
my
the
God.
setting right, and then I can and a style down. I might just go watercolor. And nobody gets upset about it, you know.
No. Y'all, I cannot believe that. Can you imagine putting a little bit of strawberries in there?
How do you do it?
I'm glad we had a weigh in with the conversation. Seemed like the viewers were in tune.
Love it. Art Smackdown's the show I went on the other day. I lost miserably. No, actually, I did pretty good, I think. But anyways, it was fun.
Is that the one we tuned in for?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, you definitely did. You definitely did. I've been on there twice now. It's a fun little thing. God, I really just want to get a decent render here. I don't know. Maybe I've got it and I can't. I just need to stop stressing.
Okay.
like, as I'm back, I just had to sit in a corner and come to terms with sour cream Oreos may actually taste like cheesecake. Because hear me out, dude. It's real. I could not
You
believe.
should have saw his face.
I could not believe my taste buds. I could not believe it. The question is how did somebody figure that out?
No, right?
At what point does someone anywhere like cream cheese? Yeah, that makes sense because obviously it's what's used in cheesecake, right? Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Not sour cream. Sour cream. I'm still willing to die on that hill, though. Hey, you got to work with what you got. You got to work with what you got. But yeah, that was a cheap date.
Yeah, funny.
Jukey Holic. Do you know Jukey Holic personally?
No, I've never met Juki. I don't think. Juki, have we met before? I don't believe we have. Unless I'm not familiar with Juki's handle and it's one of the hosts from Art Smackdown. But I suppose we'll know in just a moment.
We've never formally met, but I met you. Art Smackdown in Central
Yeah,
Saxophone.
I was on there. Okay, alright, so this is gonna work. Stanley. Oh, there's no.
No. I think we went 2 steps back on that one.
Yeah, this one's a no-go. This is a different guy. Got a couple extra arms here, but we definitely got to re-roll that. I think doing these in a 2:3 aspect ratio would be good. Yeah, Art Smackdown's amazing. They got a good group of people over there, so.
So can you explain to us what 2:3 ratio is?
Oh, sure. So like like your normal ratio is 16 parts by 9. That's like a normal screen. So 2:3 is just like it's 3 parts wide and 2 parts tall.
And what does that do?
It's just like a different rendering. Like, so if I did it 2:3, it would just make it vertical instead of 3:2. So it would
I got
to
you.
landscape. Yeah.
Got you. Okay. It's a proportionate for the image. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm in a reggae mood.
Reggae. I love reggae.
I cannot believe that's sour cream and Oreo.
It feels exciting for sure.
You know, Carl, so in between marriages, I used to get on, I can't remember what the app was, but it was like live streaming and just chatting, and people can like do tokens and play games and all that kind of stuff. It was pretty fun. Well, there was a guy on there, he's an Army Ranger and his Ranger or something, and we would just get on there and he would have like, I don't know, 2 or 3,000 viewers just as they were going, and we would just talk war stories and laugh about things.
Amazing.
It was like one of the only times I could open up like that. It was pretty cool.
That's super cool, dude. I love that. Dude, this like dropped in there perfectly.
Yes, it did.
All right,
Dryer.
Let's get more of these.
You know you're married when you're looking on your wife's phone and an app comes up and says dryer's complete.
Yeah, bro, that's some domesticated shit, brother.
Right there. Come on, baby.
Your dryer is complete. Yeah, I think I don't know. That's a lot of technology.
Dryer complete. So I was at work and Mark, I told Mark, I said, hey, you know your tire's flat in your truck, right? And he looked at his phone. And I said, no, your truck outside. Well, he looked on his phone because his phone had actually sent him a message through some app and it said your tire is flat. It was over his phone. I thought it was the wildest thing.
Yeah, we live in a weird world.
Technology is making society extremely lazy.
Yeah.
Like, I need an alert on my phone to let me know that my tire's flat.
It seems a bit special, does it not?
Yeah. I don't want Amazon 2-day shipping. Or Amazon Now. We don't got time to wait. I want Amazon before.
Did they bring Amazon Now back? It was definitely not. It was gone for a while.
Yeah. Well, it's going to get to a point, you know, that it's going to become, Amazon before. Give me the stuff before I think I want it.
That precog Amazon.
Yeah. I want this shit in my hand before I think about it.
Why did I have to think about this twice?
Why do I have so much sour cream and Oreos? I really can't believe that, honey.
I think I got some renders here.
Dude, Stanley is looking cool.
Yeah, Stanley's in it. I'm good. I can move on, and then I'm gonna keep working shit out. Although I do need to. Yeah, I'll fix whatever the fuck that is. Look at this gnarled lump of bullshit right here.
Dude, he looks like that hand's been in some fights, boy.
Holy shit. That's crazy.
Could you imagine in real life if somebody went to go punch you and you saw that?
Like, sir,
Just lay down.
you having some major malfunctions over there.
You don't want to get punched by that. I tell you what.
Dude, I just picked up my pen for the first time at 11:27. That's how you know it was a rough night.
Been fun.
Oh yeah. It's always fun, but still rough.
Sour cream, Oreos, and cranberry juice.
Whatever you need, dog. Whatever you need.
Yeah, sounds like my stomach's gonna have fun tonight.
Likely.
All right. Yeah, we should definitely get together, man. Watch the World Cup.
We should be World Cupping it up for sure.
Cupping it up. I like that.
Don't let me get lost in the weeds yet.
Have you met Stanley?
Me?
Yeah, have you met him?
No. Nope.
Don't say it like you're not worthy.
What's up?
Don't say it like you're not worthy. You are colorful, Carl.
Yeah, well, I hadn't done it. Before he died, I don't think there was still, hadn't really made my mark quite as much yet, you know what I mean?
So who do you think would be the most comparable to Stanley alive today?
Oh man, I don't even know. That's like, I'm the worst guy to ask that because I have no idea.
Wow, that guy's shredded.
He's shredded. He's got like I mean, look at that belly button. I don't know what's going on there, but
I can tell you he's not eating sour cream and Oreos.
this is true.
So now so Carl, I'm being 100% honest with you. It tasted like cheesecake. I'm wondering if that's a gluten-free alternative or not. No, it's already gluten-free.
I
I'm
have
wondering.
gluten-free Oreos. They're quite good.
Yeah, I'm wondering what it would taste like with other Oreos, like the Thin Mint ones.
I don't know. This guy looks terrible.
I don't like how they're both standing the same way. Kinda.
I'm gonna put a bunch more of these guys in there, so it won't be that
His
big of a
belly
deal.
button has a medallion.
It's a medallion button. Yeah, let's rectify that. That's gonna bother me. Oh, that sort of just worked out perfectly.
Carl's going on the big screen.
Big screen. He's got a couple extra fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fingers. Nailed it. So let's see. Yeah, I'll clean some of that up. I'll clean that up too. But let's keep it moving. Let me get another render going.
Keep it moving. You don't have your music on, that's why you're tired.
Oh, the music's on. You just can't hear it because it doesn't come through the chat. But it's on the stream.
Clean the studios.
Excuse me. Who was one of the other artists you liked? Jim Lee?
Doo-doo-doo. Catch clean the studios.
Just massacring any shred of culture in my name.
Clean those.
Clean the studios. I feel
Clean
like
the
this
studio.
really... What?
I said, you know how you know you agree?
How's that?
Yeah.
I'm losing you. I'm losing you, Derek.
Alright, I'm there. Can you hear me or no?
Yeah, sorry. You're back. Welcome back.
I just wanted to make sure. Hmm. Um, who else did he like?
Jim
Can you put a
Lee.
Bored Ape in there?
Oh, that'd be fun. See what the fuck that comes out as.
He said, "Am I crazy to think I need more screens?"
I have a lot of screens. I do need more.
What's that smoking in his hand?
It's like a lightning bolt.
Behind him.
A
Hmm.
bunch of lightning. I'll replicate that out and do a bunch of variations of it.
Oh, yeah.
This might be a better Todd McFarlane. No, none of these really look like Todd McFarlane though. That's the thing.
It'd be cool if you could make a cartoon version of him.
Of Ramon? Yeah, that'd be cool. These are the Bored Apes. See, I almost like this one. Just not sure that looks like Todd McFarlane. The Rick and Morty styles is not working that often. Like, that's the problem. Like,
Right. I want them salted nuts.
The almonds?
Salted nuts.
Go get them. They're in the pantry.
I feel like people are gonna come on here just to listen to me now. I feel like a moron.
I love it. Sounds exciting.
Man, that guy's got a little shirt.
Yeah, oh yeah, I'm gonna have to paint the rest of that shirt on him. So the cool thing here is like I can take this, right? I go here, I lock the pixels on that layer, and then I switch my brush to color mode, and then like so I grab that color, right? Watch this. So I should just be able to lock the pixels and just see, now he's got like a whole ass shirt on.
There we go. That. Oh my gosh, that's so much better. I'm feeling violated.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think we go with white, or gray. I think we'll do the blue. Just stick with the blue. And he's got like a cluster of like a nipple colony going on right here. I don't know. I gotta figure that out. It's a colony of nipples.
Yellow would look cool too.
Alright, yeah.
Look at
What we
all
should
them
do is-
have.
The spawn colors was what we should do.
My man is ripped, babe. I'm gonna get like that.
Mm-mm.
You don't like that?
Mm.
Alright. I'll get like that, but keep my love handles.
Mm-mm.
Oh, that gray would
What's
have
that?
worked. I'll get back in there. Put a big old bulging package on. Look at that! Look at that leg. I can't even with that leg.
Like a damn chicken bone. That's too funny.
Let's try something. I'm gonna
I feel
try
like
a
there's too
real.
much. I
What?
feel like there's too much blue. I feel like there's too much blue going on between them both.
Oh yeah. I agree. We'll definitely have to change that.
This is cool. So what does he plan on doing with this?
We're gonna mint some NFTs and auction them, just for fun. Get people excited about my collection and the show, and put some money back into some funds or whatever. I don't know.
Sweet.
Yeah.
I wonder what the most expensive NFT is.
It's 10,000 Everydays by Beeple. He sold it at a Tiffany's auction for like $100 million or something crazy.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. It was.
We over here trying to
Beeple's-
make $5.
Yeah, it's Beeple's first 5,000 days, and he sold it for 69.3 million. Second highest sale of any piece of art ever in the history of art of a living artist. So only one other person that's alive has sold a piece of art for more than Beeple sold that. And that guy took a human skull, dipped it in platinum, and bedazzled it with like jewelry grade diamonds, and then he sold that for more. But he did that like a decade ago. So this is the most recent. We get some more water while I'm waiting on a render.
That's crazy. He was just like, yep, I'm gonna just go dip this in platinum.
They platinum casted it and then encrusted it in millions of diamonds, millions of dollars worth of diamonds. Yeah, it's pretty bananas.
Must be nice to own that many diamonds.
Yeah, he commissioned it and whatever. They're not blood diamonds. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. Right.
All right.
There's
So
been
some of
some
these.
really good 4K documentaries on YouTube TV that I've been watching lately. Just a lot about like coca leaves and the pirate fishing of endangered species and logging in Brazil, and it's like mafias. It's been pretty crazy.
Sounds awesome.
Yeah. When I give you my login, you have to go check them out.
Yeah, that'd be great. You should totally do that. Don't do that right now,
It's
though. Just FYI.
yeah. Well, it's all 4K documentaries, and it's series of every show has its own subject. Like one's like coca leaves, and the other one's like fentanyl, and then you just a whole bunch of just like underground stuff. It's really neat.
I like it.
Yeah. Graham's been playing a little bit more Call of Duty lately.
Oh, cool. Yeah, Zarek hasn't really got into that yet.
Yeah, I think I think he's starting. So he's been playing less and less Fortnite. I think he's starting to kind of graduate from there
Okay.
in his mind. Little does he know, when you get older, all you want to do is play your old games.
It's an evolution, you know?
Yeah.
I gotta pee real fast. I will be right back. Let me hit the be right back, but need to get a stream deck.
What's a stream deck?
It's just like has a bunch of things queued up, so you can just press buttons. Like I can just hit a button on my desk. It's like a specialized keyboard essentially that has macros built into it. So I'll be right back though.
Boom. Do we have kids this weekend?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, yo.
That's me. Boom. I'm back. Let's see how
Where
my renders went. What's up?
What'd you say?
I don't know, bro. I can't get this to come out right.
Oh, did you hear?
What? Like if I lean into the more cartoony shit, I could rock this.
Oh.
Lost you, bro. Oh, there you are. Like this is like, if I can get a few more good renders with this. It's just like, it's kind of hard. Who else do we have?
Hello?
Yo, you still there?
Oh, yeah. I can hear you now.
Cool. Welcome back.
Yeah, thank you. No, I was saying, Josh, if you would come over today.
What?
I wonder if Josh would want to come over on Saturday.
Yeah, that'd be fun. To my house or yours?
Either or.
Oh, you're cutting out bad now, buddy.
Uh-oh. Yeah, I was just saying wherever for the game.
Yeah, it'd be fun. I'm down
Let me
for
see.
it, sir.
So I turned off my Wi-Fi. I'm just using my phone now, so I wonder if that'll help.
We will see, said the blind man. I'm pretty much over it though. I'm not gonna finish tonight. So.
Yeah, you got a lot. You got a lot to play with.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna have to just start from scratch. I don't know. I haven't made any notable progress, so. That's alright though.
This does look like it would be a pretty cool cartoon to watch, though.
Yeah, it does have a lot of spunk to it.
You have no idea where this would go.
No, dude, I don't.
I still can't get over that guy's fist.
Stan Lee. Yeah, I mean, if I can get another couple good renders, I can make this work.
It's impressive what all this AI stuff can do.
Yeah, but it's still like frustrating because I can't get it to do exactly what I want, you know?
Well, that'll be another 5 years from now.
No, bro. Like maybe 5 months. Honestly, it probably already does. If I knew how to use all the different softwares, I could probably do it even better. Let's see.
Yeah, because MidJourney's not the only one.
Right, and they all have different strengths and weaknesses.
Right.
I might lean into watercolor.
With to soften up all the edges.
Just to make it easier for it all to be cohesive. I knew this was gonna happen eventually. I was gonna get stuck because I like if I can utilize that image of Stan Lee and then reference it out for all the other shit, like then that's what I want to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Dude, I still love that little mini Batman in the very first rendering.
Yeah. Yeah.
It reminded me of like a Batman that would be in like that Powerpuff show.
Dude, look at some of this shit that just rendered. Like, I didn't even try to get it to do this, but look at these.
Oh wow. Damn.
I think I'm going that route. I just got to do that, I think. Let's see.
Yeah, that's way more comic-y.
Let's go back
It kind of gives me like a damn, what's that show? It's realistic, but it's a comic all at the same time. It's a movie. A couple of them.
You're talking about Sin City?
Yeah. I love that concept.
Yeah, and then 300 kind of did the same, a little bit of the same. Not as cartoony, though. But same guy, Frank Miller, made them both. So.
Yeah, they were great.
Oh, what? See, this is amazing.
Dude, look at Stan Lee in the V4.
This one?
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, so I didn't want it to be Stan Lee though.
You don't? Oh yeah, obviously no.
I was trying to get it to be Todd. I like the Stan Lee we got.
I think I had to put inside Batcave.
I think I am just gonna have to start just only doing watercolor style for this. Or like a cartoon style.
Right.
I don't know. But dude, we should wrap it. Well, I'll pick this back up tomorrow.
Can we just see what the rendering comes up real quick?
Sure.
Just the last one. I'm interested.
Although
The Batcave one you just typed in inside.
inside the abandoned Batcave in a watercolor style.
Yeah, I think that's gonna come up something pretty cool.
I agree.
When you type in V4 at the end of those, what does that do?
It uses the new beta model. It's version 4.
Oh, okay.
Imagine who's this guy's Jim? No, let me do Bruce Tim. I mean, these are cool.
It didn't turn out what I thought it was going to. This one has me stumped.
You and me both, bro.
Look at that guy in that picture, though. I mean, that bat looks massive compared to him.
Which guy? Oh, this, yeah. It's a massive bat.
No. Yeah.
What happened here? Totally missed watercolor style entirely.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So this actually does kind of look like Bruce Tim, but it's just not doing it right. Anyways, this is kind of cool.
Oh, yeah. I like that. I don't know why it keeps coming with watercolor like that.
I didn't put it in. I left it off there.
Oh,
God, that looks beautiful though.
looks like a cool poster.
Yeah, it does.
Like a watercolored Captain America meets Superman.
Yeah, Todd McFarlane made all the Spawn stuff.
Oh,
Yeah, he's pretty amazing. Alright, yeah, I'm over this shit. I'm gonna work on some more tomorrow.
that's cool.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, I'm glad we could stay entertained with some Oreos and some sour cream and some art. I think I'm gonna go ahead and